Beauty and the Beast, really, if you think about it, is like 4 movies in one.
A beast is an animal, especially a large, dangerous, or unusual one. In the movie and other fantasy stories, beast is used to refer to beast-like monsters, for example, a half-man, half-animal. By saying that Beauty and the Beast is 4 movies in one, Emma means that the film can be seen and enjoyed from 4 different perspectives, which she will explain in this interview. Example: this jacket is actually 2 in 1. It is a rain jacket, but it can also be used in formal situations.
Beauty and the Beast, really, if you think about it, is like 4 movies in one. It's an action movie, we're making a live action film.
In filmmaking, live action is a production that shows real people acting, as opposed to animations or computer-generated effects. The original Beauty and the Beast is an animation. Emma is saying that they were making a live action film, and that it was also an action movie. Recently, Disney has been making lots of live action films of their animated classic.
There's a huge amount of stunts, and there's wolf fighting and horse riding and, and guns and sword fights and all of that going on.
Stunt is an exciting moment of action, usually in a film that is dangerous or appears dangerous, and usually needs to be done by someone skilled. Here, Emma uses the noun wolf fighting, meaning a fight with wolves. When collocated like that, you can create a variety of different nouns. Example: most people coming to this gym prefer weightlifting over cardio exercises. She also says horse riding, which is also a noun referring to the activity of riding horses. So in another example, if a film wins awards, we could say it is an award-winning film.
It's also a comedy. The comic timing of characters like Cogsworth and Lumiere and Mrs. Potts, it's just hysterical in my opinion.
Comic timing is the concept that things can be funnier when done or said at the correct speed and with pauses. Check out how Chandler, from the TV series Friends, tries to be funny by adding pauses and speaking at a specific speed, which helps his jokes or the things he says to sound more funny.
I went to that tanning place your wife suggested.
Was that place the Sun?
You know, it's weird. Donald Duck never wore pants. But whenever he's getting out of the shower, he always puts a towel around his waist. I mean, what is that about?
You might have noticed that comedians like Ellen DeGeneres also do this.
You're an amazing actress. You're not 1, but 2 nominated films tonight you were in. That's just, that is so, what is the word for it? Selfish, I guess. I really do think it's an exceptional year for...
It's also a comedy. The comic timing of characters like Cogsworth and Lumiere and Mrs. Potts, it's just hysterical in my opinion.
Someone who is hysterical is so excited, angry, or in panic that they start to scream without control. Now, if something is considered hysterical, it simply causes people to become uncontrolled in such a way. Most commonly, we say this to mean that something is very funny and makes you laugh a lot, as Emma does here.
It's just hysterical in my opinion. Then on the other hand, it's a romance. It's a romantic drama.
The expression "on the other hand" is used when you want to give another point or fact about something that is really different from what you said before.
Your mother was there for me at a time when no one else was. Not only was she a singularly gifted witch, she was also an uncommonly kind woman. She had a way of seeing the beauty in others, even and perhaps most especially when that person could not see it in themselves. Your father, James, on the other hand, he had a certain, shall we say, talent for trouble.
Then on the other hand, it's a romance. It's a romantic drama.
When talking about types of movies and TV series, drama refers to highly emotional ones that are focused on emotional, serious situations and interactions between characters, not on comedy or action scenes. So Emma is saying that the movie is a comedy, but also, on the other hand, is a romantic drama.
Ah, if it isn't the only bookworm in town.
Bookworm is an informal way to call a person who is constantly reading books.
Your father and I have been friends since time began. I've watched you grow up, Indy. I've watched the two of you grow apart. I've never seen you this concerned about him before.
Dad? He's an academic, a bookworm. He's not a field man.
Dad?
So, where did you run off to this week?
If you run off to a place, you are suddenly leaving the place you are and escaping to go somewhere else.
The beast wouldn't hurt anyone.
I've heard of the effects of dark magic, but I've never before seen it with my own eyes. This is a threat to our very existence! We can't have her running off to warn the beast. Lock her up too.
No!
The man is asking Belle about the story she discovered in the last book she read, and where it happened.
Where did you run off to this week?
2 cities in northern Italy. I didn't want to come back.
So Belle responds that she ran off to 2 cities in northern Italy. She might be making a reference to the popular story of Romeo and Juliet, which took place in the north of Italy.
Have you got any new places to go?
I'm afraid not.
Although afraid means the same as scared, here I'm afraid is a polite expression used before telling someone something that might make them sad, disappointed, or angry. Example: will John be there? I'm afraid not. Things haven't been going very well here, I'm afraid.
Of course I came back. I'll never leave you again.
I'm afraid it's my time to leave.
We're together now. It's gonna be fine.
We have to see Professor Dumbledore immediately.
I'm afraid Professor Dumbledore is not here. He received an urgent owl from the Ministry of Magic and left immediately for London.
Have you got any new places to go?
I'm afraid not. But you may reread any of the own ones that you'd like.
Thank you.
To reread is to read something again. Belle has read all the books in the library, and so now is rereading them.
Your library makes our small corner of the world feel big.
The way Belle uses corner here is to refer to an area of a country or land, often somewhere quiet or far away. Example: it's important to meet people from outside of your corner of the world in order to broaden your global perspective.
You need someone at the helm of a movie like this that can really do all of those things.
If you are at the helm of something, you are in charge of it. For example, a captain or pilot. Example: Captain Jack Sparrow is at the helm of the Black Pearl. Emma is saying that for doing such a complicated movie with so many details, you would need a really capable director.
And it takes someone quite special, I think, to get all of that working very well. And I think Bill has done a brilliant job of that.
Somebody that is considered brilliant has great intelligence or skill.
Tony Stark. Visionary. Genius. American patriot. Even from an early age, the son of legendary weapons developer Howard Stark quickly stole the spotlight with his brilliant and unique mind. At age 4, he built his first circuit board. At age 6, his first engine. And at 17, he graduated summa cum laude from MIT.
However, in British English, brilliant is used as slang to say that something is very cool, similar to the word awesome in American English.
It's not much, but it's home. I think it's brilliant.
We also wanted to give her this element of being quite industrious and quite practical and very inventive.
Somebody who is considered industrious works very hard and consistently. More commonly, we might say hardworking. Example: she is the most hardworking accountant you will ever meet. Somebody who is inventive has the ability to create or design new things or to think originally.
What's he doing?
The laundry.
Laundry refers to both the activities of washing clothes and the dirty clothes themselves. Although you could just say, "I have to wash my clothes," native speakers much more often say, "I have to do my laundry."
Okay, let's do laundry.
Hey, Sheldon.
Hello.
Doing laundry?
Of course I'm doing laundry. Saturday night is laundry night, and I'm in a laundry room, so...
Come. The blue bird that flies over the dark wood.
Wood or woods refer to an area of land that is smaller than a forest, but that is covered with trees.
That was amazing.
What on earth are you doing?
On earth is used for emphasis in questions that begin with the words such as how, why, what, or where. It is often used to suggest that there is no obvious or easy answer to the question being asked. Example: how on earth did that happen? Why on earth would he want to go to such a place?
The Green Initiative, for only $12 million, will change the way...
I've heard enough now. Don't we already have a Green Initiative? I mean, didn't we do a whole thing, hang a banner, make a video? Sting was there. I thought I met Sting.
You did meet Sting.
Yeah, I met Sting. So why on earth would we spend another $12 million?
Well, because we can always do more.
I can't leave now, Sheldon. I'm very busy. Besides, why would I want to do you a favor after the way you treated me in the cafeteria?
What on earth are you talking about? My behavior in the cafeteria was delightful.
Animation, Maurice is kind of the inventor, but in this movie, it's actually Belle who is really forging forward and innovating and coming up with new ways of doing things.
To forge ahead or forge forward is to suddenly make a lot of progress. Somebody who is innovating introduces and suggests improvements and new ideas. To come up with something, such as a plan or solution, means to think about these ideas.
Now, if you two don't mind, I'm going to bed before either of you come up with another clever idea to get us killed, or worse, expelled.
Belle also does some teaching in this film. She wants to, not only does she love reading for herself, but she actually loves sharing her love of books, and she loves sharing the things that she finds special and interesting.
While the most correct pronunciation, which you probably learned in school, of this word is interesting, natives, both Americans and Brits like Emma, often shorten it, so it sounds like interesting. Notice that it goes from 4 syllables, interesting, to just 3, interesting.
What an interesting necklace.
Oh, that's, interesting.
No, it's not interesting. Okay, it's very, very not interesting. It's actually 100% completely the opposite of interesting.
All right, I got it, Ross.
This happens with other words too. How would you pronounce this? You probably said comfortable. While there is nothing wrong with saying it this way, a native would probably reduce this to comfortable, again removing one of the syllables. This happens all the time, so remember to pay attention to it in your favorite series and movies.
Welcome to your new home. It's modest but comfortable.
Gotta go. Wish me luck.
Hey, Rach, now that you're working Ralph Lauren, can you bring me back some of those polo shirts?
Well, you know what? I don't know if I'd feel comfortable stealing on my very first day.
Unwilling to steal from work. Interesting.
And she loves sharing the things that she finds special and interesting. And I loved that too, that she wants to share.
A book that truly allows you to escape.
As we saw before, books allow you to escape and live in another reality. So the Beast is saying that this book actually or truly allows you to escape through magic.
It was the cruelest trick of all. It was just another curse.
In fantasy stories, a curse is magical words said to somebody in order to invoke a supernatural power and punish or affect someone negatively.
It was the cruelest trick of all.
In this case, trick simply refers to a clever or interesting way of doing something. Example: check out this move I learned playing soccer, the hat trick. Somebody who is cruel causes pain and suffering to others intentionally. Cruelest means the most cruel. There's nothing that is more cruel than that. It is the superlative of the adjective. In English, superlatives normally appear as one of these two options. For short adjectives, adjective plus est, example, coolest, fastest, smartest.
LeFou, my dearest companion.
It's beautiful.
But of course, Master wanted you to have the finest room in the castle. Oh dear.
For long adjectives, most plus adjective. Example, most intelligent, most creative, most fascinating.
He taxed the village to fill his castle with the most beautiful objects.
Oui, maître.
And his parties with the most beautiful people.
You are the wildest, most gorgeous thing I've ever seen. Nobody deserves you.
It was her cruelest trick of all. It was just another curse. The outside world has no place for a creature like me. But it can for you.
Did you notice the connected speech here? Beast didn't say, but it can for you. He said,
but it can for you. But it can for you.
We hear two interesting instances of morphing T sounds here. First, the T of but becomes a tap T because it is between two vowel sounds. So but it becomes but it. This is more common in American English, but Brits do it sometimes too, as Beast does here and as we saw earlier.
What on earth are you doing? What on earth are you doing?
Second, the T of it, because it is at the end of the syllable, becomes a stop T sound. It.
But it can for you. But it can for you.